Coming up on Mountain News this morning, investigators are working together to solve a crime that began in Virginia and ended in Kentucky. And the Autism Society of the Bluegrass is voicing their disdain to recent comments made by a U.S. official.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday to you. I'm Amelia Lee here with you on this April 22nd. It is 6 o'clock this morning, and it's time to check in with meteorologist Megan Dusmal on this foggy start to our Tuesday. And Megan, we've almost made it to May. We have, what, 9 days left of April?
Something like that,
and
8,
at
9.
that point, we'll have those May flowers. Yay.
We sure will. Definitely excited for that. Now, you know, the saying is April showers bring May flowers. The good news is you don't have to expect April showers today. Let's talk about it. Here's a look at satellite and radar. As you can see, clouds are just rolling in. It's going to be a mostly cloudy day, but we did have some rain this morning that has since cleared its way out. Could see some sprinkles the farther south you go, or Tennessee counties could see some today. But as I mentioned, for the most part, today will be a clear day in terms of that rainfall. We'll continue to see those clouds clearing out throughout the next couple hours with high temperatures for the day reaching into the 70s. Here's a look at what you can expect as we're going into the afternoon, because it's going to be a warm one. We'll see the cooler temperatures as you travel more towards Virginia in the upper 60s and low 70s. Here's a look at what you can expect for the next couple of days. That ARH 7-day forecast for your weekend is always in view. Has 80s popping up in the forecast for tomorrow. Amelia.
A death investigation in Harlan County led to a Virginia man being arrested. WYMT's Caroline Mueller tells us why the suspect now faces charges in 2 states in this tragic series of events.
29-year-old David Stoneburner is accused of killing his aunt, 44-year-old Sandra Moore, after an altercation at their home in Appalachia, Virginia. But what happened following that altercation ended with Stoneburner in custody of Kentucky State Police.
We know that a crime occurred in Virginia. He brought his aunt, who was deceased, in her own vehicle to Kentucky, to the Lynch Mountain, placed her body in the driver's seat, set fire to that vehicle, put the vehicle in motion, causing the vehicle to go over the mountain.
Investigators believe Stoneburner was attempting to stage the car, as if Moore crashed it.
The caller who called 911 to report this stated that she came upon an individual in the roadway. He had told her that the vehicle was on fire, and that it was his aunt, and that they'd been in an argument just prior to the collision.
KSP Trooper Shane Jacobs says the suspect was on scene when police arrived. And after the preliminary investigation, Stoneburner was arrested and charged with arson and abuse of a corpse. But those are only the charges he faces in Kentucky.
What led up to that physical altercation, what led up to the death there will be, authorities from Virginia will be investigating that. We know that a murder charge is pending for him there.
It's still a very pending investigation. A lot of moving parts covering 2 states, and still a lot of interviews to be done, a lot of evidence to collect.
The Wise County Sheriff's Department is leading the murder investigation. Sheriff E. Grant Kilgore says working closely with KSP has been key as they piece together a full timeline of events.
We've shared a lot of information with them. They've been very good to share information with us, and I feel like we're getting to the point of having a very solid murder case against Mr. Stoneburner.
For now, Stoneburner remains in Kentucky to face the charges filed in Harlan County. Once those proceedings are complete, he will likely be extradited to Virginia to stand trial for the charges there. In Harlan and Wise counties, Caroline Mueller, WYMT Mountain News.
While the investigation is still ongoing, there are a number of details investigators say they can't release yet. However, the sheriff confirmed they plan to bring additional charges against Stoneburner in Virginia. A head-on crash in southern Kentucky took the life of one young adult and sent 2 teenagers to the hospital. It happened on Brindle Ridge Road in Rockcastle County. Police say a teenager was driving a Ford F-250 when it crossed the center line and hit a Dodge Neon driven by 21-year-old Jacob Madden. The coroner says Madden was delivering an Easter basket to a relative and was pronounced dead at the scene.
Maybe this accident could have been avoided. Maybe the other accidents that happened yesterday could have been avoided. But just slowing down, using caution.
The 2 teenagers in the pickup were taken to a local hospital. State police are still looking into the exact cause, but say speed was likely a factor. Yesterday, the Perry County Sheriff's Office was dispatched to a crash involving 2 vehicles on Highway 15 in Vico near the Georges Branch intersection. A man driving one vehicle was pronounced dead at the scene. 2 people in the other vehicle were injured and taken to Whitesburg ARH. No names have been released. People advocating for autism spectrum disorder awareness are reacting to a federal leader's recent comments. Last week, U.S. Secretary of Health and Human Services Robert F. Kennedy Jr. made claims that autism comes from environmental toxins and that everyone with autism is severely disabled. The current president of the Autism Society of the Bluegrass says neither of the claims are true.
We're really glad that people are paying more attention to autism and that there are more skilled people who are doing the evaluations of people who present with potential autism.
The Autism Society of the Bluegrass and the ARC of Central Kentucky are hosting a Medicaid information session next Tuesday. That's April 29th for parents looking for answers. 2 of Eastern Kentucky's biggest stars in country music are coming back home. Tyler Childers and Chris Stapleton will headline the Healing Appalachia Festival this fall in Boyd County. The festival is scheduled to take place on September 19th and 20th at the Boyd County Fairgrounds. It helps raise money for Hope in the Hills, a nonprofit organization committing to combating the opioid crisis and supporting recovery.
The meaning behind this festival is great. You know, being able to help people is awesome. And you know, like I said, they're all volunteers. They're passionate about this charity.
Officials recommend booking a hotel as soon as you can if you do plan to attend the music festival in September. And dozens of additional artists will be announced in the months to come.
We are still watching some patchy fog in the area, with the more southern counties seeing the highest chance for some of the denser fog. As we look at that current visibility, Harlan and Jonesville, 0-mile visibility, getting a little bit better as you travel towards Williamsburg. 1/2-mile visibility. Just be safe if you're heading out on those roads this morning. Here's a look at satellite and radar as we're just watching those clouds continue to roll through the region. It's going to be a mostly cloudy day. And as you start off your day, temperatures aren't going to be too bad, mainly sitting in the 50s with 60 degrees in Harlan. Going into highs for the day will be in the mid to upper 70s with upper 60s as you travel towards Virginia. Here's a look at when we'll see the highest temperatures of the day. Around that 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock mark is when you'll see some of those warm temperatures starting to cool down as you head up into the overnight hours. Amelia.
Thanks for joining us at 6:08. We have more news on the way. People are gathering at the Vatican, paying tribute to the people's Pope, while official plans for the funeral are set in motion.